dramatic twists and heart-wrenching revelations, a deep dive into today's episode of Days of Our Lives, November 20th, 2025. Hello, dear viewers and loyal fans of the endless drama that unfolds in Salem. It's your dedicated team here at TV Days Drama Digest channel, where we live and breathe the soap opera magic of Days of Our Lives. If you've been caught up in the whirlwind of real life and missed today's explosive episode, fear not, we're here to pull back the curtain on every shocking moment, every tear-streaked confession, and every simmering plot twist that had us on the edge of our seats. But honestly, words alone can't capture the raw intensity. We highly recommend diving into our full recap video on the channel for the visual feast of emotions, close-ups, and that signature dramatic music that amps up the tension. Today, November 20th, 2025, the residents of Salem faced crossroads that could shatter families, ignite new romances, and unearth buried secrets. Buckle up as we expand on these stories with all the juicy details, heightened drama, and intricate character explorations that make Days of Our Lives the ultimate escape into a world of passion, betrayal, and redemption. Let's start with the brooding anti-hero who's been tugging at our heartstrings for seasons. Xander Kyriakis. Oh, Xander, the man with a chiseled jawline that could cut glass and a past riddled with schemes and scandals. In today's episode, we witnessed a pivotal moment of vulnerability from him, one that felt like a seismic shift in his character arc. It all stemmed from a heated conversation that left him reeling, forcing him to confront the fragments of his fractured life. Xander, ever the fighter, admitted aloud in a voice thick with regret and a hint of desperation that this exchange had granted him a fresh perspective. Picture this, the dim lighting of the Kyriakis mansion, shadows dancing across his face as he paced the room, his mind racing through memories of love lost and opportunities squandered. He confessed to a confidant we won't spoil who just yet if you haven't seen it, that seeing things from Sarah's side had pierced through his stubborn exterior like a dagger. But hope dies hard for a man like Xander. Despite the walls closing in, he clings to the dream of a future with Sarah Horton, the woman who once saw the good beneath his roguish facade. Their love story has been a roller coaster from passionate encounters to devastating betrayals, and today amplified that emotional turmoil. Xander knows he can't just snap his fingers and win her back. He needs to embark on a journey of self-improvement. We saw him vowing to become a better man, perhaps hitting the gym with renewed vigor or seeking counsel from unexpected allies in Salem. Imagine him staring into a mirror, whispering promises to himself, "I'll change. For her, for us," yet reality bites hard. Xander can't halt the inexorable march of time or Sarah's determination to forge ahead without him. She's moving on, her heart guarded after too many heartbreaks, and he's painfully aware of it. The episode built to a cliffhanger moment where Xander steels himself for an impending meeting with Sarah to discuss the signed divorce papers, those cold, legal documents that symbolize the end of an era. Will this conversation be a civil exchange or erupt into a storm of accusations and pleas? The tension is palpable. Xander's eyes betrayed a storm of emotions as he clutched the papers, his knuckles white with suppressed fury and sorrow. This subplot alone could fuel episodes for weeks, exploring themes of redemption, forgiveness, and the harsh truth that love sometimes demands letting go. Shifting gears to the escalating custody battle that's tearing at the fabric of the Devereaux and DiMera families, a saga that's as old as Salem itself but feels freshly agonizing. In today's installment, enter Justin Kyriakis, the level-headed lawyer who's often the voice of reason amid chaos. Justin stepped into the fray with a warning that carried the weight of impending doom. He pulled Jennifer Horton Devereaux aside in a quiet corner of the Horton Town Square, where the autumn leaves swirled like omens around them. Jennifer, her face etched with lines of exhaustion and righteous anger, poured out her frustrations about the situation with young Thomas DiMera. The child, caught in the crossfire of adult conflicts, represents the innocence at stake in these power struggles. Justin, with his signature calm demeanor, reassured her that he empathized deeply after all. He's no stranger to family feuds in the Kyriakis clan. "I get it, Jennifer," he might have said, his voice steady but laced with concern. The pain of seeing a child uprooted is unbearable. However, Justin's reassurance came with a stark caveat. He feared Jennifer was pushing boundaries too far, risking irreversible damage to relationships already strained to the breaking point. His warning wasn't just words, it was a dramatic plea, his hand gently on her arm as if to anchor her from the precipice. Jennifer, fueled by maternal protectiveness and a history of losses, wasn't swayed easily. The episode ramped up the drama as she marched over to Chad DiMera, custody papers in hand, crisp official sheets that screamed finality. In a scene charged with electric tension, Jennifer laid it all out. She was willing to drag this into court if Chad didn't relent on allowing Thomas and his sister Charlotte to live with their grandparents in Boston. The grandparents' home, painted in our minds as a safe haven of stability away from Salem's perpetual intrigue, contrasted sharply with the opulent but treacherous DiMera mansion. Chad, his expression a mask of defiance hiding inner turmoil, faced off against Jennifer in what felt like a verbal duel. "If you don't back down," she declared, her voice trembling with resolve, "I'll take this to the next level." For the children's sake, the camera lingered on their faces, capturing every flicker of doubt, anger, and unspoken grief. This custody war isn't just about logistics, it's a battle for legacies. With the ghosts of past DiMera sins looming large, will Chad cave or will the courts become the next arena for Salem's elite to clash? Amid this familial storm, Gabby Hernandez DiMera emerged as the cunning strategist we love to hate or hate to love. Always one step ahead, Gabby suggested a ploy to Chad that added layers of intrigue and potential romance to the mix, to placate Jennifer and demonstrate that he's turning a new leaf moving forward. From the shadows of his past, including the loss of Abigail, Gabby proposed he dive into the world of online dating via the buzzy new app Salem Singles. Picture Gabby with her sharp wit and impeccable style, leaning in conspiratorially over a coffee at the Brady pub, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Show her you're not stuck in grief, Chad," she urged, her tone a blend of empathy and calculation. "Join the app, put yourself out there. It might just convince her you're stable enough for the kids." This advice wasn't born from altruism. Gabby's own history of schemes suggests she's playing a longer game, perhaps positioning herself or her allies advantageously in the DiMera empire. Enter Jeremy Horton, the fresh face in Salem who's injecting some youthful energy into the dating scene. Having recently dipped his toes into the digital dating pool himself, Jeremy had pearls of wisdom to share with Chad. In a lighthearted yet pivotal scene at the pub, Jeremy clapped Chad on the back, his enthusiasm infectious. "Gabby's onto something, man," he said with a grin that belied the deeper stakes. "I've been swiping left and right, it's a game changer. Come back to the land of the living." Jeremy's push wasn't just friendly banter. It carried the weight of someone who's navigated similar heartaches, urging Chad to reclaim his life. The drama escalated when it was revealed that Belle Brady had just been matched with Chad on the app. Belle, with her poised elegance and complicated history, represents a potential spark in Chad's otherwise dim world. Their profiles aligning felt like fate's cruel joke or perhaps a genuine chance at healing. Whispers of an upcoming date hung in the air, leaving viewers speculating. Will this be an innocent coffee meetup or will it ignite jealousy, scandals, and alliances? The app itself became a character, its notifications buzzing like harbingers of change, symbolizing how technology weaves into Salem's timeless dramas. Not all plots in today's episode revolved around romance and custody. Some delved into the shadowy underbelly of corporate intrigue and hidden agendas. Kat Green and Rafe Hernandez, the dynamic duo of determination, found themselves at a dead end in their investigation, but oh, how the episode milked that frustration for maximum drama. They've been tirelessly pursuing leads on E.J. DiMera's mysterious plans for the new hospital wing, a project shrouded in secrecy and suspicion. Imagine the dimly lit police station, files scattered like puzzle pieces that refuse to fit. Kat, with her sharp instincts honed from years on the edge, slammed a folder shut in exasperation. "We've hit a wall, Rafe," she might have exclaimed, her voice echoing with resolve. Rafe, ever the steadfast cop, placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder, his eyes burning with unyielding fire. "We may have run out of leads, but we're not done. Aegis hiding something big, I can feel it." Their refusal to back down painted them as heroes in a town where truth is often buried under layers of deception. The hospital wing, ostensibly a benevolent addition to University Hospital, reeks of ulterior motives, perhaps a front for DiMera Enterprises' darker dealings. As they vowed to dig deeper, the scene cut away with the ominous score, hinting at dangers ahead, wiretaps, clandestine meetings, or even threats to their safety. This storyline taps into Days of Our Lives' classic blend of mystery and peril, keeping us hooked for revelations that could topple empires. Finally, we can't overlook the pint-sized saboteur who's stealing scenes with her precocious schemes, young Rachel Black. In a twist that's equal parts adorable and devious, Rachel proved herself an expert at derailing her father Brady Black's budding romance with Sarah Horton. Targeting Sarah with the precision of a seasoned plotter, Rachel orchestrated a seemingly innocent but loaded gesture, ensuring Sarah received her favorite pistachio dessert. But this wasn't just a sweet treat, it was laced with ulterior motives. Perhaps an allergic reaction waiting to happen or a symbolic jab at Sarah's place in the family. Picture the innocence of a child's grim masking calculated chaos Rachel, with pigtails and a mischievous glint, handing over the dessert at a family gathering. "Here, Sarah, I made sure it's your favorite," she chirped while Brady watched in oblivious pride. The episode built suspense around this act, flashing back to Rachel's whispered plans, her little heart torn between loyalty to her mother Kristen and a desire for stability. This sabotage isn't mere child's play, it underscores the intergenerational trauma in Salem. where even the youngest residents inherit the art of manipulation. Will Brady catch on, or will Rachel's antics drive a wedge too deep to mend? It's a reminder that in Days of Our Lives, no one is too young or too innocent to stir the pot. As the credits rolled on this November 20th episode, we were left with a tapestry of unresolved tensions, Xander's quest for redemption, hanging by a thread, Jennifer's custody ultimatum poised for courtroom fireworks, Chad's tentative steps into dating fraught with potential pitfalls, Kat and Rafe's investigation teetering on the brink of breakthrough or breakdown, and Rachel's clever interference adding a layer of youthful unpredictability. These stories aren't just plot points. They're emotional odysseys that mirror our own struggles with love, loss, and legacy. At TV Days Drama Digest, we're obsessed with dissecting every nuance, the subtle glances, the loaded silences, the wardrobe choices that scream subtext. If today's recap has whetted your appetite, head over to our channel for the video breakdown, complete with clips, fan theories, and exclusive interviews. What do you think will happen next? Will Xander win back Sarah's heart through sheer willpower? Can Chad navigate the dating app without dredging up old ghosts? And just what is EJ plotting with that hospital wing? Drop your predictions in the comments below. We love hearing from you. But let's delve even deeper, shall we? One of the hallmarks of Days of Our Lives is how it weaves personal growth with high-stakes drama, and Xander's arc exemplifies this perfectly. His admission of a new perspective wasn't a throwaway line. It was the culmination of seasons of character development. Remember his days as a hired gun for the DiMeras, his ill-fated marriage to Sarah, the baby switch scandal that nearly destroyed everything? Today, we saw echoes of that past in his reflective monologue, delivered with Doug Davidson's weight. Paul Telfer's masterful portrayal channeling raw vulnerability. Xander's hope for a future with Sarah is tinged with realism. He knows self-improvement isn't overnight. Perhaps he'll join a support group in Salem, or confide in his cousin Justin for legal and emotional guidance. The upcoming meeting over divorce papers promises fireworks. Sarah, played with fierce independence by Lindsay Godfrey, won't make it easy. She'll likely arrive with her defenses up, recounting every betrayal, every lie. Xander might counter with pleas of change, tears glistening in his eyes. But Sarah's resolve could shatter him anew. This isn't just divorce, it's the death of a dream, amplified by the show's signature close-ups and swelling orchestra. Meanwhile, the custody saga with Jennifer and Chad is a masterclass in familial conflict. Jennifer's frustration stems from deep-seated grief over losing Abigail, her daughter, and now fearing for her grandchildren's safety in the DiMera world. Justin's warning added depth. He's not just a lawyer, he's family torn between sides. His reassurance to Jennifer was heartfelt, but his worry about her extremism hinted at potential fallout, alienation from allies, or even countersuits from Chad. When Jennifer handed over those papers, the scene was electric. Chad, portrayed by Billy Flynn with brooding intensity, didn't explode. Instead, he simmered. His response measured but menacing. You think court's the answer? Fine, but remember, DiMera's play to win. Jennifer's threat to escalate to the next level, perhaps involving judges, witnesses, and dredged-up past sets the stage for a legal thriller within the soap. The Boston grandparents' involvement adds geographical drama. Imagine tearful goodbyes or custody visits fraught with tension. Gabby's suggestion to Chad via Salem Singles injects modern flair into the timeless soap formula. The app, a fictional nod to real-world dating tech, becomes a portal for reinvention. Gabby's advice was sly. Her motivations multi-layered, perhaps softening Chad for business alliances or simply stirring drama. Jeremy's input lightened the mood momentarily, his recent dating escapades providing comic relief amid heaviness. Trust me, Chad, one good match can change everything, he quipped, sharing anecdotes of awkward swipes and surprising connections. Belle's match with Chad? Pure gold. Sean Christian's Belle, with her legal prowess and romantic history, could be Chad's perfect foil. Their potential date may be at a cozy bistro overlooking the Salem River, teams with possibilities. Flirtation, revelations about shared losses, or interruptions from jealous exes. Kat and Rafe's stalled investigation into EJ's hospital wing plot keeps the suspense thriller alive. EJ, the suave villain played by Dan Furigal, exudes charm masking menace. The wing could be a legitimate philanthropy or a cover for smuggling, experiments, or power grabs. Kat and Rafe's determination brainstorming late into the night. Poring over documents humanizes them. We can't let him win, Rafe growled, Kat nodding with fierce agreement. Their partnership, blending professional respect with subtle chemistry, hints at future romance amid danger. Rachel's sabotage of Brady and Sarah's romance is delightfully wicked. The pistachio dessert, innocuous on surface, could trigger chaos and allergy flare-up or metaphorical poisoning of the relationship. Rachel's actions, driven by divided loyalties, highlight child psychology in soaps. Brady's blindness to her schemes adds irony. Sarah's reaction could range from amusement to outrage. In wrapping up this expansive recap, today's episode reaffirmed why Days of Our Lives endures. It's a mirror to human complexity, amplified with drama. From Xander's introspection to Rachel's mischief, each thread weaves a richer narrative. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.